everyone, and welcome to another mental health story time brought to you by the Children's Book Bank. My name is Jialin, my pronouns are she, her, and this week's theme is on poetry and having fun. So the two books that we will be reading are My Blue is Happy and If Kids Ruled the World. So these are both great books. I hope you're excited for this week's story time because I am really excited to read these books together with you. So get comfortable and let's get started. So the first book that we will read together is called My Blue is Happy, written by Jessica Young and illustrated by Catia Chien. My sister says that blue is sad, like a lonely song, but my blue is happy, like my favorite jeans and a splash in the pool on a hot day. Yellow is cheery, says my mom, like the summer sun, but my yellow is worried, like a wilting flower and a butterfly caught in a net. The boy next door says red is angry, like a dragon's burning breath, but my red is as brave as a fire truck and my superhero cape. Pink's my favorite, my best friend says. It's pretty, like a ballerina's tutu, but my pink is annoying, like an itchy bug bite and gum that gets stuck to my shoe. Dad says brown is ordinary, like a plain paper bag, but my brown is special, like chocolate syrup. And a piece of earth that's just for me. Look, says Grandpa, green is young, like a small stem stretching toward the light. But my green is as old as a forest and the statue in the park. My cousin says that orange is fun, like a bouncing basketball, but my orange is serious, like a warning sign and a tiger on the prowl. Brr, Grandma says, gray is cold, like the sky before a storm. But my gray is as cozy as a curled up kitten and the sound of soft rain on the roof. Shh, says my brother. Black is scary, like shadows creeping across the wall. You can see the girl and her brother down below. But my black is peaceful, like the still surface of a lake and the spaces between the stars. I guess colors are how you see them. And my blue is happy. She's holding a huge blueberry pie. And that's the end of the book. So from this book, we really get a sense that we see that different colors mean different things to different people. And so at the end of the day, we all have our own unique experiences. So as a fun activity, maybe think about different colors and the things they remind you of. Or think about your favorite colors. Do they remind you of anything you like? And is that why you like your colors? I know I like green because it reminds me of trees and nature, which is really calming. I also like pink nowadays because it's so bright and rosy. It really makes me feel cheerful inside. So if you like, you can even come up with your own poem. And since summer is coming up, are there any other fun activities you would like to do? Well, this leads us to our next book, which is If Kids Ruled the World. So I'm going to put this book away, and this is our next story that we're going to read together, and it's written by Linda Bailey and illustrated by David Huyck. And we see all these kids on a ship, and there's so many diagrams and illustrations. There's kids all over. This is the cover page. If kids ruled the world, every day would be your birthday. Birthday cake would be good for you. Your doctor would say, don't forget to eat your birthday cake so you'll grow up strong and healthy. And they're just climbing up this huge birthday cake with ladders. If kids ruled the world, there'd be no such thing as bedtime. Beds would be for bouncing on and hiding underneath. Pillows would be for pillow fights. No one would ever make a bed. What's the use of that? You have feathers flying everywhere. If kids ruled the world, the monster in your closet would be scared of you. Anytime you wanted, you could sneak up and yell, boo! You'd hear a scream, then a thump. That would be your monster, fainting. You could wear anything you like. A t-shirt, a tutu, a tuxedo. You could even wear your underwear on your head. Not that you'd want to. What would you wear? If you felt like going somewhere, you'd have your own thingamajiggy to get there. You could have a thingamacycle, or a thingamacopter, or a thingaballoon. If you wanted to travel a long way, you could take a pirate ship. And if you wanted to travel a really long way, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, blast off! You could have all the pets you like, any kind. A kangaroo, an elephant, a grizzly bear. Well, maybe not a grizzly bear. Every prince would have a castle, and so would every princess. And everyone could be a prince or princess. What kind of castle would you have? Every yard would have a lake, with frogs for catching, and rafts for riding, a dock for diving, and a mysterious island to swim to. And what would you find if you followed a map? X marks the spot for treasure. You'd never have to take a bath again. That's what the lake is for. But if you felt like taking a bath, you could have all the bubbles you wanted and a bathtub big enough for all your friends. It's almost like a water park. Every yard would have a tree, every tree would have a tree house, and every tree house would have a rope ladder to pull up behind. You could keep your secret diary there, your secret codes too. You wouldn't even have to use invisible ink because no one could come in. Not unless you said so. You could go to any kind of school you'd like. Circus school, fairy school, inventing school. lots of kids would go to recess school. If kids ruled the world, all the sidewalks would be trampolines, all the cars would be ponies, and dinosaurs would live in the park. And no one would ever forget how to play. No way! Not even if they turned 106 years old and lost all their teeth. There would be plenty of play for everyone if kids ruled the world. You see everyone playing, drawing, painting the walls, the ground, young and old. It's so colorful. So that was a delightful little story, and there were so many interesting and fun ideas to think about. What would you do if kids ruled the world? Again, maybe write your own poem or storybook even, showing what you think kids should do if they had the control. So I hope these 2 stories inspired you to stay curious, creative, and imaginative. Take care, everyone. Enjoy the warmer weather, and see you next week for another mental health story time. Bye.